Welcome to Turning Point. My name is Tope Orolu, your host on the Turning Point platform. The Turning Point platform is a program that we have put together to give us tips, to give us ideas, to help us, with skills and with knowledge and information that can help us to become the persons that God has called us to become, to help us improve in our businesses, in our career, in our homes, and even in our ministries as business leaders and as, entrepreneurs. Now, today I want to speak to us on a very important topic or skill that I believe we all should possess if we want to succeed, maximally in our various endeavors. That's talking about negotiation skill. Negotiation skill. All right. Now, I define negotiation skill as a problem-solving skill. A problem-solving skill that is focused on gaining the favor of other people or organizations from whom we want support or we want something. All right? Negotiation is a complex communication. A complex communication that is geared towards, meeting our needs. It's a communication process that sometimes can be very difficult and can be very complex. Most given that you have to deal with other people. All right, we as leaders of business, of organizations, our primary responsibility, is to look for support, look for resources, within the competing environment, so as to be able to move our organizations forward. All right, so negotiation skill becomes a very important skill that you and I must possess if we want to make the best of the opportunities that we have. All right, so don't forget, negotiation is a problem-solving tool. It's a problem-solving tool. Problem-solving tool. It's a tool that we employ when we have competing needs, with other parties for resources, for support, for time, for money, for business, and in such scenarios, we employ the tool of negotiation to ensure that our needs and the needs of other parties are met. All right, so negotiation is very, very important to success in, business and even in our relationships. Negotiation occurs in virtually, different kind of scenarios. In virtually all our kind of relationships, you negotiate, with your family members. Sometimes you negotiate with colleagues, you negotiate with your staff, with your employees, with your bosses, with suppliers, negotiate with, buyers, consumers. Negotiation, it's a life skill. It's a life skill. We need to have this skill if you want to succeed on a sustainable basis. All right, so there are three principal objectives, why we negotiate. Three principal objectives. Number one is to satisfy our needs. It's not every time you negotiate, but sometimes when you feel that there is a need, when you feel that the investment of time and resources in negotiation will help to guarantee, the satisfaction, the mutual satisfaction of your need, of course, you want to go for a negotiation. That's number one, to satisfy our needs. Number two is to enhance and sustain relationships. Sometimes you need to get into a negotiation scenario to enhance, your relationship, maybe with subordinates, maybe with other people, business partners, associates, colleagues. All right, so negotiation becomes a tool that we deploy to enhance and sustain our relationships. The third objective for negotiation is to be able to claim what I call value on a sustainable basis. Negotiation helps us to claim maximum value, on a sustainable basis. You want to negotiate in a situation where you want to be able to win your customer and also win the business and win the people. You know, when you don't want to lose people, you don't want to lose also the business. All right, so we employ the tool of negotiation. So you will agree with me that negotiation is a very, very important tool in business, in life generally. We need to learn how to negotiate, because sometimes you just have to, you can't have your way all the time. I mean, you must be able to learn to negotiate so that you can make progress and get to achieve the objectives of your organization and sometimes your own personal objectives. Now, as much as negotiation is very important, it's also something that a lot of people shy away from. And there are two things that I want to just leave with us on this edition. Number one is that the greatest failure in negotiation is failing to negotiate. When you fail to negotiate, that is the greatest failure. The greatest failure is failing to negotiate. So once it crosses your mind that negotiation could help to improve the outcome of this relationship or this interaction or this business idea, please go for it. Don't be afraid. The second thing that I want to say is that a lot of people don't negotiate because of fear. Fear of losing the business, fear of losing the relationship, fear of rejection, and all sorts. I want to say here again that never be afraid to negotiate. And in the words of the legendary J.F. Kennedy, and he says, we must never negotiate out of fear, but let us never fear to negotiate. Don't be afraid of negotiation. Sometimes, we have settled for less simply because we are afraid of, going into a negotiation. We think that when you want to negotiate, you may lose out completely. I want to tell you that that fear should not be a basis at all. All right? And like Jeff Kennedy says, let us never negotiate out of fear. And at the same time, let us never fear to negotiate. Okay? So developing negotiation skill is a very important skill. It's a very important tool that will enhance your performance as an individual, as a business leader, as president of a company or a corporation, or even in your personal lives and relationships. All right. So on this note, I want to say thank you for watching this video, and I wish you good success. God bless you.